Well, thank you for coming to this conversation, John.
Thank you.
So, we would like to talk a little bit about your book. So, what gave you the idea of?
Well, it seems that the nature of war and revolts is changing now as compared to in the past. In the past, there were major battles that were fought between countries. Now we have imperialist powers like Russia that are pushing on countries in different ways, in smaller countries. And we can see in the case of Georgia and Ukraine that this is what's happening today, and how are they going to react? What are they going to do against an imperialist power like Russia? Anyone that is interested in what's happening in world affairs right now, and with various major powers exercising their authority over the smaller powers and smaller republics around them, I think we're all concerned, for example, by what's recently happened between the Ukraine and Russia. And this example of Georgia and Russia provides another story as to what could happen when Russia exerts its power on its neighbors.
Oh, very cool. And is there like a particular audience that you think would be very interested in your book?
Well, certainly people that are in Georgia or Ukraine or Russia, or those that are in Europe are certainly going to be interested in this. But I think anybody that has a concern about what's happening with major powers and how they're bullying other countries around them would find this interesting.
Oh, very cool. Sounds like you're having some more books coming out as well.
This is part of a series. This is a Robert Cook series. Just like he's helped solve the problem between Russia and the Republic of Georgia, I'm sure there are going to be other problems that he needs to deal with around the world in the future.
Very nice. And you have some espionage aspects to your book.
Very much so. In this case, we're dealing with different countries, with unequal power, with what we call irregular warfare. And of course, spies today have to have a lot more technical background than they did in the days of James Bond or back during the Cold War.
Very cool. So, as you can see, currently there is a crisis in Eastern Europe between Russia and Ukraine. And have you addressed any of these kind of current affairs that we are seeing right now in your book?
I think what we're seeing here is clandestine warfare between the Ukraine and Russia. In the old days, World War II, then both would amass armies and then fight major battles. In this particular case, Russia is sending in disguised troops, and they're sending in weapons under the dark of night to try and hide their involvement in irregular warfare. I think that this book also deals with irregular warfare and how a small power can deal with a larger power.
So do you think like irregular warfare has become pretty ubiquitous in our current circumstances?
Well, we've certainly seen individual initiatives and non-country initiatives against countries. Anything from terrorism that we've seen from the Middle East or other parts of the world, all the way to this kind of irregular warfare that we're seeing that Russia is exerting on the Ukraine.
Very cool.